Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 13 of my adventures on the TryCraft server. It is fantastic to see everyone. I hope you're having a great start to your weekend. We're going to be having a live stream a little bit later here, but I thought I would actually put together some content before then, just to sort of get prepped for everything and just let you know what we're going to be up to on said live stream, because I want you all there, because it's going to be fun, it's going to be interesting, we're going to have a great time. But first, we've got something we need to do. I died. I went into the end because I wanted to just grab a couple more elytra and a few other things, and I looked at way too many Endermen at once, and they got me just as I was flying away. I didn't lose everything, but we now are back down to 0 days without an accidental death. Completely. And
Ladies and gentlemen, in order to keep this video family-centric and adhering to the current confusing, confounding, and draconian standards of YouTube, we have censored this content to exclude the profanity-laced tirade you are about to hear. Please enjoy this neutral, copyright-free, and advertiser-friendly musical interlude in place of said tirade, courtesy of the YouTube robotic review system that does not include a single human being.
Okay, I'm better now. So now that that's out of the way, let's actually check and see what we've got going on today in our book. Oh, and before I forget, I wanted to mention something that I actually had done last episode that I totally spaced, and that's totally my bad. As you may have noticed, I've changed up my intro a little bit to include a new graphic with the TryCrafters, all of us, on the sort of a artwork title screen kind of thing. And that actually was artwork that was done by one of the TryCraft fans, and I believe a Patreon, I think? I'm not sure. I believe so. It's Tired Pamster. So go look her up on Twitter, @TiredPamster, and she also has her own YouTube channel, and she does a lot of really cool stuff. She does a lot of Minecraft content. Her artwork's amazing. Go support her, because she's responsible for that particular graphic and is a great content creator in her own right. So thank you so much, Pamster. We really appreciate it, and I should have mentioned something last episode, and I totally forgot. My bad. But let's go ahead and check the book and see what we are going to be doing today. So first of all, I want to finish off the last quarter of the basement. Let's go ahead and get that polished off so I don't ever have to worry about it again. That would be really, really nice. We're going to go check our shop because Mama had said she was going to go wander over there and take a look at it. And then we may have a live stream where we're going to be doing a couple of different things. I'll show you in just a second here. And food storage design. I want to get that taken care of because I'm tired of running outside to get food every time I need to get more carrots or steak or whatever. So we're going to get that taken care of as well in this episode. So let's go finish off the basement first. So we need to get our materials. And yeah, I'll see you down there once we've got everything ready to go. And while I'm doing this incredibly repetitive task, because the only way to really do this is to lay down a whole bunch of grass, put the path blocks where you want them, and then dig up the grass and then replace it with the podzol and the coarse dirt. It's the easiest way to do this, I've found anyway. So I mean, I recycle the dirt, which is nice, but it's just very repetitive. Anyway, so while I'm doing this, I thought we could have a little chat here. I didn't want to do a time-lapse chat because time-lapses in first person, while possible, are really kind of jittery. Everything's sort of going like this, where you're running around doing stuff, and it just goes like this and this and this. And I mean, I know those of you out there that suffer from motion sickness probably want to yark every time you see me do one of these first-person time lapses. So let's not do that. Let's just wander around, dig up this grass, put in the podzol, put in the coarse dirt, and talk about stuff. And that's cabin fever. So, for those of you unaware, the idea of cabin fever was something that actually, the term was coined, I want to say, in the 1800s, with people who were shut in to places during the winter when it was really, really cold. So places like the Rocky Mountain area, places in Europe, places in like the Northwest Territories, Canada. And the thing is that when you're shut in for long periods of time and not able to, oops, that is so not what I wanted to do, and not able to actually leave the house, you tend to get this wonderful thing called cabin fever, where you basically, it's a psychiatric condition, where you kind of start losing your marbles. And you basically looking at the same four walls every day, maybe the same people, maybe you're looking at, and maybe you've read the same books 20 or 30 times. I live with the girlfriend and 3 roommates. and it's a big house that we're in, so we still have places we can go to get away from one another if it comes down to it. We've got upstairs, downstairs, and basement, so we can isolate ourselves from everyone else if we feel the need to, if it comes down to it. But we've been a couple of times gotten on each other's nerves just because of the fact that we can't really get out of the house. I'm not an essential employee, therefore I work at home. The girlfriend's in the same boat I am. The three roommates are all considered essential, but some days they're done by, noon. So it just really kind of depends on what's going on. So, I mean, and if you live in close proximity to people for long periods of time, you're just going to get on each other's nerves. That's just what happens. I don't care how outgoing or keep to yourself you are, it's just going to happen. Especially when, you've got two very outgoing people, three very introverted people. that's just the combination that we have. That's our dynamic. So what do we do? What do you do? I know you may be feeling the same kind of things. Maybe you have a significant other who's essential and you're not, so you're stuck at home. Maybe you're both not essential, both trying to work from home. Maybe everyone in your household's like that. Maybe you have kids that are driving you up a freaking wall. I wouldn't know anything about that. But maybe you've got maybe you live with your parents still, and your parents can't go anywhere, or you can't go anywhere and your parents can, and it's just driving you nuts. There's certain things you can do to actually not have to worry about having this cabin fever stuff. You know what? That block can stay there. It's nice. It's happy there. The things we've done is like we've done activities. We've done like board game night where we'll just grab a board game and we'll play it together. So we're basically, and of course one of the games we played was Cards Against Humanity, but that game is just all kinds of fun, especially when there are adult beverages involved. So once again, if you're under the age, do not drink, kids. But if you are and you want to, well, I'm not going to stop you. What do I need grass in this mess? I need it over there in that big area and that big area. Let's go ahead and get all this put in first, though. So did I get all the grass? I got all the grass. Yay! Wait a minute. No, I didn't. There we go. That one's done. Let's go drop all this off. So there are things you can actually do to avoid getting on each other's nerves that you should do to avoid getting on each other's nerves, too. Pay no attention to this head. It's total coincidence how it got here. It's a funny story that maybe I'll tell you sometime. So there's certain things that you can and should do, especially as like a family or roommates or what have you, to keep things light. To just everyone's kind of in the same boat, so try not to get on each other's nerves or push buttons or anything like that, because that's never helpful. But there. I mean, just doing simple stuff. Hanging out, watching a show together or something. Not locking yourself in the basement for hours on end doing stuff. So, and I know that's hard, especially if you're a YouTuber, and that's kind of what you do for not only your YouTube but also for your regular job, like I do, since my recording studio is in the basement. So yeah, I mean, just don't isolate yourself from the people that you live with, or the people that care about you, or the people you care about, because that's just it's not fair to them. It's not fair to you. Oh, shoot. That is totally not what I had intended. All right. Well, that's going to be now Podzol. How about that? So yeah, don't isolate yourself from friends and family. I mean, if they're sick, then yes, but I mean, not intentionally, to get away from them. And if there is some sort of, issue that comes up or problem, discuss it. Don't let it fester for weeks on end or for days on end, because that's not healthy either. Especially when you're in a situation like we find ourselves in, where you're probably going to be cooped up with that person for an extended period of time. So don't let things like that just continue to bother you to the point where you don't want to talk to them. Because that's not healthy either. Where do we want this? What does this look like so far? Oh, we need one. How about one there? So that would be my suggestions for those is just don't go out of your way to try and pick fights because you're bored. Is the other thing. And I know everyone's saying, well, I wouldn't do that. Well, sometimes we do. That's just human nature. Sometimes that just happens, and there's really not a whole hell of a lot we can do about it. We just tend to do things like that. We tend to annoy people when we're annoyed ourselves, so because we want to have someone else to be as annoyed as we are. That just is kind of part of being human. We really can't help it, you know. So I hope those things help. I hope that gives you sort of maybe some ideas. Like I said, games, discussion, just talking with people, asking people how their day was, especially if you're stuck at home or they're stuck at home or whatever it is. Sit down and have a conversation with them. I know it's you get home and you're tired and you're out of sorts and you don't want to. You just want to go do whatever. Especially if you're in like a service industry where you're having to deal with people who don't understand that there's a national crisis and why they can't sit down in the restaurant and order food. I don't understand that one at all. It's like, have you read the news? Have you logged onto CNN at all? Have you listened to a show, program, news broadcast, anything? So yeah, I mean, I know that can be frustrating, but just remember that the people that you're having to deal with aren't the people that you live with. And the one thing that I try and do the most is, even though I'm working from home, as soon as I log off from the business stuff for the day, as soon as I log off from that, I basically try to leave it there. And I work in media, so that's very, very difficult to do some days because of what I do. It's just a fact of life that I work in an industry where I kind of have to pay attention to this stuff. So, but when I log off, I'm off. I'm done. I'm Casper. I'm gone. You know, I'm not gonna deal with that until the following day, until I actually have to deal with it again. Which I know is, like I said, it's hard. It's easy to say and hard to do, especially if you are kind of a workaholic like I am, and you want to be working. You want to be doing your best. You want to be on top of things all the time. It's difficult to do. I get it. But as soon as I log off, I try to basically just take everything that I've been dealing with all day long, put it off to the side, and just enjoy the fact that I'm not having to deal with it right now. And maybe that involves, for you, maybe that involves playing some video games. Maybe that involves, helping your kid with their math homework. Maybe that involves, I don't know, sitting down with your significant other and just like asking about their day, or saying, hey, let's put the kids to bed and you want to watch a terrible movie and eat ice cream, or whatever. Whatever it is that makes you happy, you should be doing it right now, especially when you're not working. And just remember that there are other people, especially if you live with other people or if you are taking care of other people, there are other people that are in the equation that you got to watch out for besides just yourself. I know that can be difficult to kind of internalize sometimes. It is for me anyway. I don't know about you guys, but it's difficult for me to internalize that sometimes because I've been so used to just being me, myself, and I for so long. And now that I'm not, it's kind of hard to keep that in mind that, hey, it's not just you anymore, dummy. There are other people involved that you need to pay attention to and watch out for. So just keep all that in mind. Be nice to the people who you live with. Don't internalize everything that's going on. I mean, and talk about it. If you're concerned about something, or they're concerned about something, encourage them, or you should talk about it. There's nothing to be lost by talking about things, So yeah, that is my view on things. Maybe fatalistic, maybe simplistic, maybe other icks. I'm not sure, but that's just kind of my view on the whole thing. All right, let's finish this off, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, 50 to 75 stacks of grass blocks later, about 10 stacks of podzol, and about 12 stacks of coarse dirt, we have the floor done. All done. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Well, I guess it's not beautiful. It's more like, kind of gross and disgusting in places. The podzol is like mud and dirt and path blocks. But it's supposed to look like that. That's kind of how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to look kind of disgusting. So, I mean, that's just how it is. That's the floor of a hive city. That's the basement of a hive city. That's how it's supposed to look. So, oh, I think I see one. Did I miss one over there? I hope not. I hope I didn't miss one. If I miss one, I'll go replace it later. But yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I think it looks fantastic, especially with this right in the middle there. That looks epic. The farms are, and look at how much room we have for expansion. So even after I get the wall up around this, this is the extent of our automated farms on this side right now. All of our other automated farms are hidden behind that wall. We have our manual farms over here, our carrots, potatoes, netherwort. I mean, those are big farms. Those are like, what, 144 total? 12 by 12. All those farms are 12 by 12. This one is 40 plants. Even the netherwort farm is like 6 by 10, so it's not small. So those are huge manual farms, and they look tiny compared to the rest of this. So we have tons of room to expand, and we're going to have like control panels over here by the lava power source that will have Mechanicum adepts working at armor stands with leather armor on. And then over here, we're going to have something special that I'm going to show you in a later episode. But that's going to be fun. But yeah, I mean, we still need to cover this up. I don't think I want to keep that there, although I might actually. It might be kind of interesting just to have that just random water tunnel thing, although that might get covered up with something else that I'm thinking about. That could be kind of fun. We'll see. But yeah, I'm done with this. It's fantastic. It's completed. I never have to worry about it again. Let's knock down our scaffolding and go on to the next thing, because this is done. I'm really happy. Now I gotta go see about this block. I missed a block. Okay, we'll take care of that. Don't mind me. We'll be back. Dogs. And now we need to go over and check our shop as the next thing on here, because as I said, Mama Bear said she was going to go check that out. So let's go take a look and see if she's actually been by. And here we are at spawn. As you can see, it looks like Mama's done quite a bit of work over here. So, I mean, she's done quite a bit on the path, and I apologize for the barking dog in the background. It's apparently time for him to be fed, even though it's not time for him to be fed. And he starts up all the other ones. Fantastic. But yes, she's done quite a bit of work back here on the paths. She's got some berries planted. We've got glowstone under glass, which is kind of cool with the white. I like that. So yeah, she's done a lot of work at spawn here to make this look very nice. Is very nice. Is very professional. I like it. And as you can see up here, she built another little house on a plinth, and guess who claimed it? Imagine that, huh? My sign's still bigger. But we have our shop. Let's actually go inside and see if anyone's actually visited here, shall we? So, welcome to the swap shop, blah, 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 blah. Let's see, has anyone been by recently? And the answer is, well, someone may have, but they didn't leave a comment. Nobody loves me. Let's see if there's anything. I don't see anything different here. Yeah, no, don't see anything different. Either I'm putting in stuff no one wants, or someone just came by, checked on it, and then went away. Which is possible. Maybe I should... I mean, I haven't had a chance to watch some of the latest videos. Maybe they showed them off and went in there, and I just didn't notice. I suppose that's possible. But, yep. No one's been by, but lots of work here, and this is really looking good. I really like this a lot. And then we have the shops here where all of her stuff is right now, but this is going to look really, really good. All right, let me go feed the dogs before they, like, tear my face off, and then we'll go back to spawn and discuss what we're going to be doing on our live stream. And what we're going to be doing on the live stream is actually involving this. So this right now is the tunnel to my base in the nether, and it's kind of blah. I mean, we've got the ice path, true, but there's nothing here that would actually signify me, you know? There's nothing here that would actually be kind of, you know, my thing. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to rebuild this, and we're going to make it kind of look like the Hive City, in that we're going to have, like, you know, the mossy cobblestone around, and we're going to have, like, the glowstone lights, not the glowstone, the end rod. There we go. I can never remember the name of them. So we're going to have the end rod lighting. We're going to have a couple of... Hi, Bob. Did you back again, huh? Right? Yeah. It's just... Anyway, we're going to have the end rod lighting around here. We're going to have the iron bars, the maybe like the pillar kind of things. And then we're going to try out a couple of different things as far as you just going to visit my base, huh? Okay, bye, Bob. And then we're going to have a couple of the, like, kind of the touches that we've got in the Hive City here. So it's going to look a lot better. It's going to look a lot more like that. And then we're going to figure out what to do for our tunnel here, because the tunnel is ridiculously long. So I don't know if we're going to have the time to do like the entire tunnel for this, but we can definitely do something with this end portal here. So we can definitely, hollow this out a little bit and make it so that when you come in, it feels more like what you're about to jump into. So that's what we're going to be doing on our live stream here in just a bit. So join me for that. It's on twitch.tv backslash Akoto Kusamoto. We do live streams Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and then usually Saturdays or Sundays, depending on how I feel. Saturday and Sunday streams are a little bit longer. Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays are about an hour and a half, or, hey, George, what's up? Or about an hour and a half or so after I get done with my radio show. So that's kind of what we do. So George and I would love if you stop by our live streams at some point and just hung out. Right, George? George doesn't talk very much. Anyway, that's what we're going to be doing. So let's get back to the base and we can get prepped for that. And live stream over. We actually did the live stream yesterday. Pay no attention to the arrow in the back of my head. It's nothing. I'm fine. We did the live stream yesterday now. I actually took the rest of the night off and decided I would go hang out with some people that I live with and just like chill for an evening. So I did. So the live stream was yesterday. We made this in our nether, and I am very happy with it. So it looks very much like our main base. We've got the same type of lighting. We've got the same type of flooring of the ceilings, walls done in the brick. It does look kind of strongholdy, but any kind of build where you've got these kind of bricks featuring it is going to look kind of strongholdy, especially in an enclosed space like this. But then around here we've got bricks down the wall, and it goes all the way down there. And we'll finish this off at some point, but I just wanted to get most of this put in so that I could see how it was going to look. And this is probably going to be an ongoing project. It's just finishing this off. So, but we've got the stone brick, the stairs with the iron bars and the end rods and the smooth sandstone, or not the smooth sandstone, the smooth stone slabs up top for the ceiling, making it like the ceiling tiles. And we've got campfires underneath these iron trapdoors to make it look like grates. So I was really happy with this. And of course we've got our Mechanicum guys looking at you disdainfully as you walk in. So yeah, I was really happy the way this came out. But that wasn't all we did in the live stream, because we also did this on the live streams. This was the second part of our live stream where we got done with the nether tunnel. I wanted to start making these. So this is kind of, not all of the towers on the outside of the Hive City are going to look like this, but there's going to be a few that will. And they're going to be of varying sizes and dimensions all around the outside of not only this floor, but also the other floors going up. So you'll have things that look like this. You'll have more traditional, like turrets almost on a castle. You'll have smaller little outbuildings on the outsides of it, on the outskirts, going all the way up to the very top spire up there. So this is how those are going to look. So we'll have some that are done in different materials. Maybe we'll have one that's done in andesite. We'll have some that are done in sort of different woods, maybe. It just kind of really will depend on how we want to do it. And then the different levels will also probably be made up of different materials as we go up too, but still keeping the same types of themes. So, but yeah, I was really happy with the way that turned out as far as the tower. And it's like one of the few uses for diorite that I've found that actually makes sense, because we tried to do it in like bricks, stone bricks, and it just blended right in with the wall. But this actually does stand out quite a bit, and actually looks really, really good, I think. So if we take a quick flight here and you can see how it looks from here. I think it looks really, really good, and you can now sort of get an idea of what the outside of this place is going to look like with these spires and things going all the way around, so, and all the way up. So you can get kind of a feeling of how we're doing things here. But so I was really happy with that. And we had a couple of things we were going to do, but we just kind of ran out of time. So we'll have to take care of those in the next episode, maybe the next live stream that happens on Monday evening. So I highly recommend all of you be here for that. If you have not followed me yet over on Twitch, please do so at twitch.tv/Akoto Kusamoto, and then also on Twitter at Akoto Kusamoto on there as well. Let you know when I'm live, let you know what's going on, and when things are happening there. Really appreciate everyone coming along for this episode. I hope you had a fantastic time. Please leave a like on your way out the door. If you did enjoy the video, just press it gently. Don't smash the like button. You don't want to break it for everyone else. And if you really did like it and you have not yet, please consider subscribing to my channel. We're growing. We're having a great time here. We're having more and more people show up every day. And I would like to count you amongst those people who enjoy my content. I want to stick around long term and hang out with me here. While you're at it, don't forget to follow all the other TryCrafters, Scousey, Mama Bear, and Gabi. Their links are down in the description. Make sure you go out, play some games, have some fun. I'll see y'all again real soon. Have a good night, everybody.